You go ahead, Jackson.
Not much. I just caught up with some family and uh, got some gifts and stuff. It was pretty fun.
I I basically I was really busy and overall I got a job at Arby's, so that's really exciting. And I just basically spend time with friends and family.
I mean, it went pretty much exactly how I thought it was gonna go. Um, I wasn't really worried about our offense, but we were really shaky to start the game. Pat missed a wide open pass to Kelsey for a touchdown, but regardless of that, we still put up 31. But the run defense is the worst in the NFL, and I can't believe people throw the ball because they literally cannot. Hitchens and Ragland cannot tackle. And Sorensen cannot tackle for his life. He just puts his body there. He doesn't hit. So I mean, I just if we have to face a good running team again like Seattle, Baltimore, I mean, we're in a lot of trouble. Honestly, I to be honest with you, I'd like to say yes, but I mean their running game is just amazing, and it's our weakness, and it's their strength. And Russell Wilson can straight ball in the fourth quarter, but I'd say yes. And Seattle is not a very good team on the road.
I On the overall game Sunday was pretty disappointing because again we could basically clinch the 1 seed, and I mean it's just kind of like a typical Chiefs. They get your hopes up and then they let you down. So again we're building up to that 1 seed and they let us down. And so I mean overall it was very poor. I mean our defense again holding us back, Mahomes again carrying us. I mean, it's the same typical Chiefs team we've seen all year, and their defense is just getting worse and worse. And when I thought it would get better and better, so I didn't enjoy watching that game at all. In my opinion, they definitely need to be worrying because you've played down the competition the past 2 weeks, and I think the Chiefs should have beat the Chargers and they should have beat the Seahawks. That's at least my opinion. I think I think they should have won both those games. And the Raiders recently just stomped the donkeys at home, and then they beat another respectable team, the Steelers. And it's divisional, and the Raiders always give us a tough fight. So if our defense continues to do what it does, I could see the Raiders winning this one. I mean, I don't think they'll win the game, but with the Chiefs' defense in its current shape and the Raiders picking up some speed, I think it could be definitely an interesting game. So we don't need to take this lightly. We definitely need to be prepping hard for the Raiders. Yeah, yeah. Here's where I'm at it is like if we don't win this game, in my opinion, we don't even deserve the 1 seed. We've had 3 weeks in a row, if we're counting the Raiders game, 3 weeks in a row where we can clinch. And so if we don't clinch it, I don't know, I'm just like, you know what? That's fine. We don't deserve it if we don't win this week. Um, I believe the Vikings are going up against the Bears, so I think the Eagles will make the playoffs. The Eagles are back to the last year Eagles with Nick Foles, and Nick Foles is working his magic yet again. So I think they'll make the playoffs, and I think they'll be a hard team to play against in the playoffs. I'm all riding the Eagles train here because Nick Foles, Doug Pearson, all former ties to the Chiefs organization. So I'm hoping they do, and I think they will. Let me see. I'll look real quick. It's at Minnesota, so it would be a little harder. Bears played down the competition last week.
Wow. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I just realized my mic was muted this whole time. We're gonna be, we're back now. Jackson's having some problems with Discord, as I said before, but no one heard. But yeah, as I was saying, the Bears should beat the Vikings, and I think the Eagles should win. But I just don't know. I hope the Eagles make the playoffs. It's gonna be a close game for the Vikings and Bears. Something that happened in the NFC was the Steelers and Saints. The Steelers going for it on fourth down in their own territory when they were leading the game and then lost this because they gave the Steelers their ball on their field. Was that a bad decision on Tomlin going for it on fourth down?
Um, I honestly didn't watch the game. I heard there's some terrible calls. I heard that if they converted that fourth down, they would have won. And again, I don't say it's a bad decision on Mike Tomlin. You got a future Hall of Fame quarterback, a future Hall of Fame receiver, and possibly two future Hall of Fame receivers. And then you may have, you have a Pro Bowl running back this year. It's not on Tomlin; it's on the players if you can't convert. I'm pretty positive it's fourth and two, fourth and one. It's a pretty short yardage situation. So whenever you have, I mean, four all stars on your offense, that's on the players, not on the coach.
Yeah, something that was big was James Conner. What did not play that game? It looks like he will play this
Oh
game,
yeah,
but he did
so
not
I was
play.
thinking about that.
But I mean, that was a pretty good game for the Steelers without their star running back. But I think it was a bad choice for going it on fourth down. Just get the Steelers down on the 10, 15, 20, even 20-yard line. Your defense, if they can stop them, that wins you the game. Why risk it on your 40-yard line? I think that wasn't the best decision. But something that happened over Saturday was the Ravens and Chargers. The Ravens beat the Chargers bad. How scary is this team, Sam, in the playoffs?
It's a very scary team. You've all heard defense wins championships, and let's look at the current Ravens team. They have, um, I mean, compared to their other Super Bowl or playoff caliber teams. They've always had a great defense and a stuttering but solid offense, and they have the same formula as they did previous years before, where they can still compete. See, at great defenses, they stopped the Chiefs. I mean, they made the Chiefs' offense, stutter a little bit. Their defense is so great to where it can literally lead them to a Super Bowl victory. Not saying they'll get there, but the Ravens are definitely a scary team because they have so many defensive weapons, but then you have to keep in count of basically they have a great run game and Gus Edwards, and then obviously Lamar Jackson is a dual threat QB. So they are a scary team, and I wouldn't want to face them if I was an AFC team.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, the Ravens are scary. I've been saying it for the past 3 weeks. It looks like everyone's starting to realize that now. After they made the choice of putting Lamar Jackson as the starter, I think that's when I knew this team was going to be pretty scary. But I think this team is scary in the playoffs, and everyone should watch out for them, even though they will be on the road most of the time. We'll ask, why didn't the Chiefs claim DJ? The Chiefs didn't claim DJ either. One, they didn't even attempt to claim him because they knew other teams that had a worse record than the Chiefs, like the Raiders and who else was it? The Raiders and
Cardinals.
Raiders and
Cardinals got him.
Cardinals. Yeah, the Raiders and Cardinals both try to claim him, and since the Cardinals have a worse record than the Raiders, that's why the Cardinals got him. For the Chiefs to claim DJ, it would have taken so many teams not even to attempt it.
Yeah, there's a very slim chance that we get him.
But yeah, something that was pretty big for a rookie is Philip Lindsay, Broncos rookie running back, undrafted. This dude is having a great rookie year, great story. He had a scary wrist injury, and now he's out for this week and out for the Pro Bowl. Does this affect his career next year? How will this affect his career? Because as we saw, wrist injuries with running backs are not good after them coming back the next year. Because Philip Lindsay did look promising this year.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed watching him play. It's very sad that he's an underdog story, so it really stinks that he's out. And I wish him the best in recovery. But he overall defied like all odds, and he's a huge talent coming out undrafted and able to make such a dent in the Broncos offense as he did. I mean, starting the year, I forgot what his name was, but I mean, no one even heard of Philip Lindsay. And but I think overall, I think he will recover from it. He may not be as dominant. This may, in fact, be his best career year. But you hate to see an injury at the beginning of the career because he just usually it doesn't go extremely uphill from there.
All right, I think he's back.
Yeah.
All right, we got Jackson back in here. All right, he just had some technical difficulties. Jackson, would you like to add anything about Philip Lindsay's injury and how he's out for this week and the Pro Bowl now? He was the first undrafted rookie to go into the Pro Bowl, so it was just a cool story cut to a end pretty quick. How do you think
Yeah.
this will affect his career?
I don't think it'll affect his career too much. No one cares about the Pro Bowl, let's be honest. Getting selected is, just good enough. No one really wants to play in the game. It's a complete joke. So, and this Denver doesn't have anything to play for this weekend anyway, so I don't think it's a huge deal. I think he's a stud.
I like how you said Denver doesn't have anything to play for. They can play for the Chargers to have the fifth seed. They can. We'll see.
They can play spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can play the trap team.
It might not matter.
Yeah. All right. This being week 17, there will be a lot of firings. Not a lot, but some firings coming up in the next few weeks. Starting off with coaches on the hot seat. Denver Broncos, Vance Joseph. What do you guys think? Fired or safe?
Gone.
Yeah, I've heard he's gone. So many Denver fans hate the guy, and he honestly has.
He's
he has a pretty solid
garbage.
team. He has a solid team, but he can't really get anywhere.
Gone.
All right. Next scene.
First time Denver's had back-to-back losing seasons in like 40 years.
All right.
Gone.
Next scene. Steve Wilkes, the Cardinals head coach, gone or safe after his first
Gone.
year with a rookie quarterback in Sam Bradford.
Gone.
Honestly, he shouldn't be gone.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I don't think he should be gone, but I think
the Cardinals team is so terrible. I mean, they have a rookie quarterback. No, not any. They're a solid team. Maybe he could get one or two more wins, but there's no way that you should expect that guy to be in playoff consideration.
All right, I think I really agree. Like he'd probably be gone, but I don't think he deserves to be gone because when your best player is Larry Fitzgerald, yeah, he's really good, but you can't really name anybody else. That's really bad.
I think he should be gone because that team plays with no heart. They get blown out all the time. and they don't look like.
All
And
right.
that's a sign that you don't like your head coach.
All right.
True.
Jacksonville's head coach, Doug Maroney, is to maintain his role. What were your guys' thoughts on that?
It's a good
Oh, I didn't
move.
see that.
It's a good move. I mean, he's a defensive-minded coach, and they've had a great defense, and they still have the pieces to compete. It's just they don't compete. It's kind of weird, but I think it's more of the QB situation that's hurting him, and Leonard Fournette being injury-prone. I don't think it's Doug Marrone's fault that they're struggling.
Jackson, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with this. The defense is the strong point, and noting he's a defensive-minded head coach. The defense has been there this year for the most part. It's not really his fault that they sent Cody Kessler to work with.
Hey, Blake Bortles did win the game for them last week, ruining the Dolphins' chances of making the
Hey,
playoffs.
I know Big Cat on Twitter was having a lot of fun with that. But in all seriousness, they're going to draft a quarterback. And Justin Herbert, the Oregon quarterback, has announced he's staying. That
was big.
Oh,
That was big.
that kind of hurts them.
yeah.
They still have
It's
options.
good news for Drew Lock, Drew Case. What's his name from Ohio State?
Haskins.
Oh yeah, Haskins, and then yeah.
All right.
To me, it felt like the Matt Barkley thing almost with Justin Herbert. I feel like that's how it's going to play out.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but does Ron Rivera get fired this year?
Yes, he needs to be fired, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's been mediocre for way too long.
Yeah.
After going 13-3, they haven't really done much. They went 11-5 one more year, and that's it.
When you look at the roster they had, it was insane, so insane.
They haven't had a back-to-back winning seasons with him as head coach, which is bad.
Really bad. That's not consistent. You need a consistent coach.
Yeah, can't have that.
Chuck Pagano and Jim Caldwell were interviewed by the Packers. It sounds like a Packers fan is not too happy about that one. What were your guys' thoughts on that?
You go ahead, Jackson.
I'll take the lead off here. In the hell are they doing? Are you serious? What? If they hire either of these two bozos, I'm going to be livid.
Then who do they hire?
Lincoln Riley. Go get him.
Lincoln Riley said he's not going to leave.
Yeah, you pay him enough money and promise him a Green Bay Packer head coaching job, you could see him leave.
So
if you
many
don't get
teams
him,
could do that.
Get the Chiefs
Lincoln
off
Riley, Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels.
He will not leave. He's not leaving. He almost left the Patriots, but he didn't. So why?
You got Dave Tube. You got Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, Eric Bieniemy would be a great hire.
And you got potentially Mike Tomlin. There's so much more options.
Okay.
If you could even try and get Jim Harbaugh to come back. Not saying it would work, but
there's a chance, definitely.
But to hire Jim Caldwell, who
what about Chuck
let's
Pagano?
just be honest, Chuck Pagano's garbage too.
No.
Okay,
if they're going to interview those guys, give a call to the great old Jeff Fisher. They're hiring a bunch of old, washed up. Their teams have sucked previously. I mean, the problem with being an older coach is you're mainly out of touch. And Chuck Pagano and Jim Caldwell are terrible.
I don't mean this to be sensitive, all right? So don't take it this way. But Chuck Pagano having cancer made him out to be a better coach than he actually. It really did. They should have. Because Bruce Arians stepped in with that same damn team and did just as well, if not better than Pagano. Pagano towards the end of that Indianapolis run was horrible.
I agree.
I mean, I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to make fun of him. Like, obviously, I feel for him for having cancer, and I'm glad that he beat it. But I feel like that was, like, in the media made him out to be a better coach, and, like, people wanted him more, and Indy didn't. Like, they couldn't fire him, they felt like, because it'd be, like, horrible of them. And I really feel like he deserved to get fired a year or two before he did.
Yeah, it's the dumb move if Green Bay made that move. They're moving on from a kind of washed up coach and signing another one. That'd be just dumb. Lincoln Riley, Jim Harbaugh, or Eric Bieniemy, Dave Tube, or guys in those category would be would actually be a good move
Oh,
by the
I've
Packers.
I've got
Okay,
one
I don't like the Chiefs.
that
I don't
I've
like the Chiefs lose their offensive coordinator every year. They get a new one.
Hey, I don't like that, but it's gonna happen.
listen.
Some
In the
teams are gonna
two
get him.
times that Doug Pearson and Matt Nagy have worked out perfect in other places. If I'm Green Bay, I look at that and I honestly kind of wonder.
Yeah. Okay.
Vic Fangio, the Bears defensive coordinator, if he gets offered a head coaching job and leaves, wow,
All right.
that I
If
would
the
take.
Steelers do not do something this year, is Tomlin possibly on the hot seat? Because he's had this great team. Le'Veon Bell, I know he's not on the team, but James Conner, look how good he was. Antonio Brown, all these great offensive power, and they have a pretty average defense. The Chiefs had that defense. I would be happy to say the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, but we don't. Is Tomlin on the hot seat after having this great of talent and not doing anything?
You go
Jackson.
ahead, Jackson.
All right. No, I don't think so, and it'd be foolish to let him go.
Would you
You're
let
not
Green Bay
guaranteed.
hire him?
Oh yeah, if I was Green Bay, if he got out there, that'd be the first guy I talk to. Listen, it's a lot of this stuff is not entirely his fault. Ben Roethlisberger has had a very bad season when it comes to just throwing stupid interceptions in the red zone, especially that one at Denver that costed him a potential win. Juju fumbling. There was a lot of bad calls at New Orleans. Don't act like any gifts
Oh,
there.
amen. So terrible.
Tomlin was not. I don't find this Tomlin's fault. Listen, actually, I think Tomlin's done a good job with this year's team. How many coaches could lose their second or first best offensive player and still be alive week 17 with a chance to win the division? I think he's done a good job.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle on this one because he does have lots of talent. But in my opinion, Big Ben's one of the most overrated QBs. If you watch the guy play, he'll overthrow AB, he'll overthrow Juju, he'll make poor decisions. The only thing he's good at is pocket awareness and getting out of the pocket whenever needed to. I'll give him that. But outside of that, I mean, in my opinion, he's not top 10. Now you may disagree with me, but the guy's getting older and he's regressing. I mean, I would say he's a Hall of Fame QB, but he's regressing like crazy recently. And I think
Wait,
Tomlin.
top 10 all time for Roethlisberger?
No, I said Roethlisberger isn't top 10 currently.
Okay, yeah. I agree.
I mean, I think Tomlin shouldn't be on the hot seat because people just look at Big Ben, but we're not looking at the prime Big Ben. We're looking at the Big Ben that's like headed toward his Eli Manning years.
The Big Ben that keeps on needing to be fixed.
Yeah, it's every other week he's limited in practice and he's did not participate because of this or that.
All right. Coming in from the comment section, Leo says, I wish we still had Peters, and overpaying for Sammy was really dumb. Well, do you guys agree with Leo? Sam, we'll start with you. Oh, okay.
No, we can start with Sam. Go ahead.
All right, okay. So, about Peters, I personally, I wish we still had him. I feel like he brought lots of value. It's kind of like I'm kind of a little mixed on this. He was, I feel like, wasn't necessarily a great person off the field or on the field technically.
I can sum that up. He's a good player, but he's not a good teammate.
Yeah, I don't like how he was towards fans and the teammate. I had no problem with him leaving. He's not a chief. He doesn't behave like a chief. I didn't like the way he behaved. But on Sammy Watkins, I totally agreed. I think I hope you guys both agree because Sammy Watkins extremely overpaid, and all he really is he has foot injuries every other season basically that puts him on the sideline for 5 or 6 weeks. So that was a bad move by Veach.
Okay. Sammy Watkins, yes, he has a foot injury, but have you looked at what games he's played in and how many yards he catches for? I mean, this man was doing good until he gets hurt. And you can't say I'm wrong because I'm right. He had 519 yards in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games.
Hold up. I want to bring this up.
500. Okay, and we're not counting the Rams, and we're not counting Denver because he only had 1 target, and that's when he got hurt. We are not counting them.
Wait, who would you rather have? Would you rather have Sammy Watkins, or would you rather have Kyle Fuller, another linebacker, another cornerback, or would you have Sammy Watkins? I'm saying with that money, we could have used it way better, and we could have signed another receiver that's just as good as Sammy for like half the price.
Something I want to bring up is whenever you see Sammy Watkins in this lineup, the Chiefs' offense is much better.
I agree, but we could use that money for a defense which really hurts us. Our offense is still good.
We're not releasing him and
who was
signing
out there
somebody
that we could
right
have
now.
gotten on defense?
Kyle Fuller was the name.
Yeah, he got a huge. He got it was Kyle Fuller, the Bears corner, and he got a huge offer from Green Bay, but Chicago matched it. He was restricted. He wasn't.
Oh yeah, he was restricted.
I mean, you weren't gonna.
Sammy Watkins was the best thing.
I'm just saying, like, you didn't really make any splash in free agency, and I think that's because there really wasn't a guy out.
We made a little puddle.
I know, but it's better being safe than shelling out a bunch of money. In my opinion, we could use that money for Jadeveon Clowney this upcoming free agency.
Okay, we can still use the money we will have.
We won't have it. We won't have it because it's tied up in Watkins. We have a cap limit.
Well, that's where you have to decide: are we going to cut Barry or Houston? And one of those two.
Coming in from the comments is Will says, is Sutton the blame for the performances of the defense? I say yes and no. Our defense can tackle, but at the same time, we need to have a better defensive coordinator that can teach these youngins how to tackle, because only youngins don't know how to tackle.
I would say that he is a lot of the blame because our scheme sucks. We just keep getting ran over, and he doesn't seem like he's changed anything. So I would blame him for a lot of it. But at the same time, you just don't have a lot of – like, Ragland's played so bad. He can't cover backs out of the backfield. He's not making contact with guys whenever they're getting the handoffs. It's kind of just sad to watch him. Hopefully he gets better, but I think Sutton has to go. And I swear, if we lose in the playoffs because of our defense and we don't fire, I'm going to lose it. Going to be very upset with this organization.
You're going to lose it if we lose in the playoffs?
If we lose because of our defense in the playoffs, if our defense just melts down.
That's probably going to happen.
I know, but it didn't. It hasn't happened.
You better just get prepared for it.
Yeah, listen. I would fire at the end of the season, regardless of how this ended. I've said this. If we won the Super Bowl by 50 points, I would fire. But I don't think they will. I think it would take them getting absolutely annihilated defensively for them to fire.
I hope KC realizes how many people wants Bob Sutton out, because if they do, this is you fire Bob Sutton. Who we get? We get somebody. Okay, we get somebody. I hope this can be like
Steve Wilkes.
Steve Wilkes, yeah, or Todd Bowles, both defensive coordinators that are now head coaches. So I mean, you could.
Yeah, but Todd Bowles is not leaving.
Oh, he's getting fired.
No, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure the Jets said something.
Oh, I'll put money on it. I'll put money on it.
Jets CEO said Todd Bowles is our head coach 2 days ago.
Yeah, he is right now.
It says Jets coach Todd Bowles says he won't worry about future. Oh, never mind.
I'm telling you, he's fired.
All right. Next thing is over the weekend, something that came out was Ndamukong Suh poked Larry Fitzgerald in the eye. Was that just for tricks and for funs and giggles, or did Suh try to hurt Larry Fitzgerald? But later on, Larry Fitzgerald did say it was just for funs and giggles.
All right, I'll take this one. Okay, whenever you see your friend, or like for example, over this Christmas, do you walk up and poke him in the eye? No, you don't. It's typical Ndamukong Suh. The guy's a dirty player, and let's be frank, Suh has done this crap before, and Larry Fitzgerald is the type of guy. He's a good, respectful man where he'll play it off. But if you watch the video, it seems like Larry Fitzgerald wasn't laughing at it. He was squinting, and you could tell he was in lots of pain. But yeah, I don't think they're joking around because usually I don't poke my friends in the eye whenever I'm joking around with them. But maybe they have that type of relationship. But I've never poked my friends in the eye.
Stooges.
Yeah, it's I think it's ridiculous. I think Sue, he's so dirty. I cannot stand the guy.
The Rams are a dirty team if you look at it. Marcus Peters, Aaron Donald, Ndamukong Suh.
Talib.
Jackson, was this intentional or was this just being friends?
I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't see why Fitzgerald come out and say that if he really didn't think. I just don't know. Try and help Sue if he was really mad at Sue for doing that. So, and part of me thinks they're just having. I mean, you don't, like you said, you don't poke at someone's eyes. It's definitely interesting. If I was the NFL, I would moderate it with him. I don't think I would give out a suspension or anything because he's done far worse. And this is one of the classiest guys in the NFL coming out and saying that they're friends and that it wasn't anything wrong. I think that the NFL should take that into account and let this one slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of dirty players, Vontaze Burfict is actually, I just read a report that his career's in jeopardy because of the amount of concussions he has. So I guess he had his 7th career concussion Sunday, which is insane.
Yeah.
It's isn't that's the one on the Bengals who's a dirty player, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's called karma, okay?
Yeah,
I could
true.
care less about him. I hate him.
Amen.
I hate him as a player.
Dude, when Juju lit him up last year, that was awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Sticking up for his teammate, Juju Smith-Schuster. All right, now let's get into some questions. Good free agency options for the Chiefs secondary. And we'll also ask, who should we target in free agency? We can talk about that as minus secondary. But for secondary, I think I'll start this one off, guys. I think we need to go after Landon Collins, Tyrann Mathieu, Clinton-Dix, Earl Thomas.
No.
I'm just giving you people.
All right, I'll let you finish.
Ronald Darby. Those are good players you can try to go get. For the secondary.
All right.
For the secondary, Jackson.
Yeah, I agree. I know we're talking about secondary. Let me say this. I'm full on getting Landon Collins, and I'm full on getting Tyrann Mathieu.
What about
I
Clinton-Dix?
think both of those are very small, and I do not want Clinton-Dix at all in the secondary. He has gotten so much worse from his rookie year. Just watching him, the stats say
He's
otherwise.
On the Redskins.
Pro Bowl. Well, he was garbage on Green Bay this year and Washington this year. It's like he's afraid to tackle. His tackling is so bad. His instincts are horrible. Like the stats are going to suggest otherwise. Don't just look at those. Watch games. Watch him he takes horrible angles. He's an upgrade from what we have. Sure, yeah, that's not.
Yeah, anybody's an upgrade.
He is not very. I stand by that. He is not very good, and Green Bay traded.
Would you take Kareem Jackson from Houston?
Yeah, at the right price.
Sam, who do you think we should go after?
No, I think y'all hit it on the head. I think Earl Thomas, Eric Berry would be a great duo, and then Landon Collins would also be a good move. I mean, I think we need to make a few choices. I mean, obviously you're going to cut Houston, but I mean, Eric Berry is tied up in a big contract. I mean, do you let the guy go and then sign Tyrann Mathieu and Collins? I mean, you have some choices. I mean, it could be the end of the Houston Berry type era of the Chiefs.
All right. And now the other part to this question about Willising, who should we get? I think the big target is Jadeveon Clowney. That's our biggest target we should get. If we don't get him, then, I mean, I think that's just dumb. If we don't try to get him, I should say. Because, I mean, who knows if we would get him.
I mean...
Keep D Ford and get Clowney. That's a deadly...
And Chris Jones.
Oh, my
God.
I don't think you could afford Ford and Clowney.
What if we franchise tag him?
I mean...
We'll tag D Ford. We'll tag him.
We probably will. but that's a lot of money in itself. At line, I don't know how much the tag is for a linebacker, but it's got to be over 10 million for one.
I'll look it up.
It goes by position, and you get paid by top five of each position.
Yeah, the average top 5. He'd definitely get paid a lot, but it'd only be like 10 or so million for 1 year.
And then they'd try to figure out next year.
Yeah.
They'd try to figure out the next contract.
All right, but okay, so who are the Chiefs going to need to go after in the free agency? This is any position.
Any position.
There's DeMarcus Lawrence, Trey Fowler's, Le'Veon Bell, Clowney, Frank Clark.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of good guys out there.
Sheldon Richardson, Ndamukong Suh, Ezekiel Alonso.
Oh no.
No.
I hate that guy. And then Tevin Coleman on the offensive side, he could be a nice addition.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
What's Jackson? You're cutting out.
I was just saying that wouldn't be bad, but I know this kind of sounds silly, but I would honestly target another wide receiver in free agency because you have Hill.
Say Golden Tate.
Yeah, that's one you could. I want someone at a cheaper price. Big name guys. He's kind of old, but you could get him kind of cheaper if you got Randall Cobb here. That would be a nice slot receiver. I don't know. It's just,
I don't know about like that.
That's not.
I get what you're trying to go for. All right. Next question is coming from Bat Moose. He says, "Do you think the Chiefs will clinch the first seed?" Indeed, I do think the Chiefs will clinch the first seed. Will they do anything with this first seed? No, they will get demolished in the first game at home. What are your guys' thoughts?
I think they won the first seed, and I think they will make the AFC Championship because when you look at it, if you get that first round bye, I mean that's a whole week of prep, watching film and stuff. That's really beneficial.
Do you know who
so I think
will
they'll win
play?
the first seed. No, it's not. It's all not locked
I
out.
know. No. I know it's not locked down, but it's the highest seed remaining. Correct?
No, it's the lowest
seed. Sorry, highest seed. I think of 6. Okay, lowest seed remaining. That will be the Chargers more than likely.
We'll beat them.
Debatable.
It'll be the Chargers or the winner of the.
It'll be the Chargers or Baltimore if the 6 seed's able to the 3, which right now the 6 seed is, I believe, the Colts.
Titans or Colts.
Yeah, it'll be one of those
takes
two.
6 seed.
Please give me Tennessee. Actually,
if we can get Tennessee back,
if we get Tennessee back, I'm gonna cry. Because Derrick Henry is going to go for 300.
If we lose to Tennessee again, that'd be bad.
Dude, that would be the biggest mismatch for us. Honestly, if I had to face one team in the AFC right now, I want to face New England because they cannot run the ball.
Yeah, I agree. And New England or the Chargers. I'd say New England or the Chargers because the Chiefs know the Chargers.
I mean...
Okay, something to think about is if we get this first round bye, that would be huge for Sammy Watkins to come back.
I think Watkins will come back regardless if we get it or not.
All right. Next question is...
Also, though, I saw this today. I don't know how to pronounce his name. LDT, our offensive lineman that got hurt versus Jacksonville. He practiced for the first time today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Could help.
Big Blue Season is asking, how far do you think the Chiefs will go in the playoffs? However far the first seed gets you.
Yeah.
I don't feel confident in this team one bit.
I think AFC Championship game is probably where they'll go.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't even want to say that because that's reaching.
No, I mean, but you get that first round bye. You have a whole week to prep.
You get the first round bye, and then we play the Steelers, and look at how that went.
Okay, if we get a first round, because that would imply you're going to Baltimore, and that would.
What'd you say? Sorry, you were cutting out.
I'm saying if you don't get the first round bye somehow and you choke versus Oakland, that means you would either go for the wild card, more than likely Baltimore, and that's not good.
No, that's not good. That would be bad. Sam, how far do you think we're going in the playoffs?
I mean, I honestly think we'll make AFC Championship. I could see us making the Super Bowl and winning it if we play like the team we were at the beginning of the season.
That's like it every year.
I know, but we have Alex Smith, and Alex Smith is the same way. Alex Smith is it was under Alex Smith. The Chiefs are a new era of football, and with Mahomes, we're a new era. I think we can hopefully not blow a lead in the playoffs. I'm not saying get your hopes up they'll make the Super Bowl, but I'm saying I think we'll make AFC Championship as our floor, and I think winning the Super Bowl is the ceiling. But don't get your hopes up because I wouldn't be surprised if we
The
had a first
floor
round
is
exit.
getting the 1 seed.
I think don't get your hopes up because I think we could be a first round exit. But
Yeah.
but honestly, I think we need to trust in Mahomes and what he can do.
All right, next question. And if you guys are in the comment section of the YouTube, please ask any questions you guys have. We would love to answer them. The next question is coming from Ryan. He says, what is most at fault? Defensive personnel or play calling? Jackson, we'll start this one off with you.
I'm assuming he's talking about defensive play, but
Yeah,
if
defensive play calling.
we'll go into depth though. Offensive play calling's a problem too, but we will stay with defense. I'd say the defensive play calling is the biggest issue because Anthony Hitchens in Dallas was a decent linebacker, and I feel like Bob Sutton's not utilizing him the way he should. That goes for a lot of players. I just think this defense has a lot of talent on it. Not in the secondary, but the linebacker core and stuff like that. And for the love of God, could we stop putting Justin Houston in coverage? Like, it makes no sense. Gets burned. I will never forgive Bob Sutton for putting him on personnel, but neither are.
All right. Sorry about that. Discord crashed for a second. Had to switch something up with the mic. All right. I think I like how you brought up I like how you brought up offense. How our offensive play calling is bad. I don't know if you guys saw this, but when we were playing the Seahawks in the last quarter, it was all Mahomes. Andy Reid did not have a say in what plays were getting called. It seemed like they said this is Mahomes' game, and our offense looked the best in the fourth quarter. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys saw that. But I think that should do it for this episode. I hope everyone had a good time enjoying the podcast. If you guys could leave a like on this video, comment who we should have on the show, comment any questions you guys have. Make sure to tune for the next one, which will be this Saturday. We'll give our game picks for this Sunday's game against the Raiders. We'll talk about anything that happens in the next few days. Missouri Kansas boy says Chiefs suck. I really hope that's not true. But yeah, do you guys have anything else to say?
No, just thank you for tuning in, and Happy New Year's.
We'll be back before New Year's.
Well, true, yeah. Well, Happy New
Happy New Year's to the fake ones who don't come back for Saturday.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure to share this podcast to your friends. We're trying to hit 50 subs before 2019. Please tell your friends to subscribe. Get your family to subscribe. It's a nice podcast. We don't curse on this podcast.
Yep, yeah. True.
Jackson, you got anything to say before we go?
No, I would just say come in on Saturday because that's where we kind of get more in depth. If this was your first time, that's when we kind of get more in depth on each game. Also, don't be afraid to ask us questions the Royals or any sport in general, because I know for one I follow most sports, and I'm sure these two do as well. So
yeah, sure. Don't be scared, gentlemen. It was fun. We'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one, guys.
See you.